The problem with fancy algs. Third and final part. Woohoo. So I'm going to be talking about last layer algs in this one because these are the ones that tend to get the most over-optimized, I would say. And I say that like over-optimized to a fault, like it's hurting you. It is causing you great pain in your solves and your soul. But it can also be applied to F12 algs and algs for any method and any subset. So what I'm talking about here is let's say you can do soon for up in like 0.6. I can't right now because I suck. This F move is causing me trouble, but you get the idea. That was probably more like 0.8, but I can do that, and if I'm not sitting behind a tripod with my arms at an unnatural angle, I can do that pretty consistently. It's pretty foolproof. It's very unlikely that I'm going to cause a major lockup. That is unless I'm trying to like turn it like max TPS, but that's a topic for another video. But there are other algs that you could do in an isolated setting that might end up being faster. So this probably isn't the best example. Let's switch to this one. I like this one better for example purposes. So let's say your general alg is like that. Even from this ungodly angle of being behind a tripod, I'm getting it done fairly consistently. Probably in like the 0.7, 0.8 range, which is fine. Or you could do something a little bit fancier and you could do that. I cannot invert algs. Wow. Interesting. Anyways, pretend that I did some like, just some zipper-bee shit or whatever, or like optimal this OLL in 2050. And basically what I'm trying to get at here is risk to reward. So if you are someone who gets all PLLs or OLLs sub 1 on cam, you naturally only need to do each of those once. And this could be for like sub 1, sub 0.9, sub 0.8, etc., etc. But the point is that you're only doing it once, and I think that is an awful way to choose which algorithms you use. For the same reason that I think your PB 2x2 single is an awful indicator of how good you are at 2x2. Now your PB average of 25 for 2x2 could be a pretty good indicator. There could be some scramble luck. Let's actually use 3x3 as an example instead, because I think the same is true for 3x3 single. But your PB average of 25 for 3x3, in my mind at least, I feel like it's a very good indicator of what average you can get if you are on point, but while also accounting for like luck and things like that, just human error in a realistic sense. And I really like the average of 25 analogy because my PB average of 25 for 3x3 is, for StackMat that is roughly within 0.1. I can't remember if it's 0.1 slower or 0.1 faster than my official PB average. So I think it is a good reflection of what you can get on point. So I like it. Whereas PB single, my PB single with StackMat is like a 3.6 something, which is great, but it is not an indicator of my skill, and it is not something that is necessarily replicable because there are a lot of elements that went into that solve. It was near perfect in terms of turning and look ahead and stuff like that. Always improvable because speedcubing is something that you can never truly master, but it was a lot closer than my PB average of 25 was, I'll say that. And I think it's a good idea to choose your algs with a similar mindset. Don't choose them based on your best single, choose them based on your best average of 25. And luckily, if you're even relatively fast at cubing, you'll be doing all of these algs, like the OLL and PLL ones, or even F12 ones, in around like the 1 second range. So an average of 25 is not actually going to take you very long. It'll take you maybe 5 minutes, accounting for like accidentally scrambling the cube, maybe popping the cube, something like that. Point being, it doesn't take too long to do this kind of test, and you will get a good idea of what is going to be better on average, accounting for lockups and human error. And obviously the simpler the move count is for an algorithm and the less kind of weird stuff you have to do with your hands, the more in your comfort zone you're going to be and the less likely you are going to be to encounter that human error or lockup or both. So that, to me, is the third and final problem with fancy algs. And I think there's probably more that I could say about issues with fancy algs, but I think I'm going to leave it at that for the series. I think I've given plenty of food for thought, and hopefully you, the viewer, can make more informed decisions when it comes to which algorithms you adopt and which ones you ignore, at least for a time, until maybe it's proven that the risk isn't so bad. And I want to make it clear that I'm not opposed to like S-slices or anything. Fucking motorcycles revving his engine right outside my house. God, you're so cool. I'm not like opposed to doing S-slice stuff. Like I actually do use that OLL in my solves, and the reason is, again, contextual. Like, yes, there is an S-slice and an F at the same time going in different directions, but the alg itself is very, very low move count compared to the double sledge thing. So in my mind, it is worth it, but I do have to be conscious of my finger tricks and potentially turn like at 80% speed to guarantee that I don't get like a weird lockup. So again, context matters. Don't forget context. Alright, that's going to be it for this little series. Let me know if you want me to do any more series on just any other important topic in the future. Let me know in the comments, blah blah blah, it helps the algorithm. Algorithm, haha, get it? Funny. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.